Hey guys, welcome back. We are on lesson 9.7, and today's lesson is on applications of systems of linear inequalities. So we've already learned about inequalities, so let's remind ourselves of what we've already learned. So the first part says to write a system of inequalities from the graph, okay? So we need to be able to interpret what this graph is telling us and write an inequality based on it. So first we're starting with line A, and it asks for our y-intercept. We're crossing the y-axis at -3. So that is going to be 0, -3. Our slope, let's find a second point. And we are going down 3 and over 1. Now notice this is a decreasing line, so we're going to have a negative slope of -3. We have a solid line, and we are shaded below. So when we write that equation, this is going to be in slope-intercept form, except instead of an equal sign, we're using inequalities. So we're going to have y. All right, so we're shaded below, which means we're less than, and we're a solid line, which means we're less than or equal to. And then our slope, -3x, plus our y-intercept, which is -3, so -3. All right, for B, we've got our y-intercept. We're crossing the y-axis at +1, so that is 0, 1. Find your next point, get your slope. We go up 2 and over 1, so our slope is 2. We have a dashed line, and we are shaded below. No, we're shaded above. Okay, so even though we're not shaded up here as well, we're shaded right here and below this line. So that's just highlighting the region that is the solution to both inequalities. So we have y. We're shaded above, which means we're going to be greater than. And we have a dashed line, which means there is no equal to, just going to be greater than our slope of 2x plus our y-intercept of 1. All right, so the new part that we're learning today is applications of linear systems of inequalities. So we're going to learn the standard form. It's going to be ax plus by. This box represents whatever your inequality is and the value of c. So when we're dealing with these word problems, we're going to have 4 rates of change and 2 totals. And this means we're going to have 2 inequalities. Okay, and there will be no clear independent or dependent variable. Will make more sense once we actually put it into work. So let's look at example 1. You are fishing in a lake for salmon and trout. You can sell salmon for $3 each, and you can sell trout for $5 each. Okay, well those are going to be our 4 rates of change. We've got salmon, $3 salmon, trout, and $5 trout. Regulations say that you can't catch more than 15 fish a day. So if we can't catch more than 15, but we can catch 15, our sign is going to be less than or equal to. You can't sell more than $55 a fish a day. So that means less than or equal to as well. We can sell up to $55 and we can catch up to 15, but we can't catch more and we can't sell more. Select the systems of inequalities representing the number of each type of fish you can catch and sell each day. So let's start with how many we can catch. Okay, so we can catch salmon, and we can catch trout, and we can catch up to 15. So that's going to be x plus y less than or equal to 15. So just by looking at our multiple choice options, that eliminates A and B. And then it says select the systems of inequalities for how many you can sell each day. So we can sell no more than $55 a fish a day. So we know that we sell salmon for $3, so that's going to be 3x. We sell trout for $5, so that's going to be 5y. And we know that it's going to be less than or equal to 55. So out of C and D, we're left with D, that is going to be the correct answer. All right, so let's look at example 2. Let me get this out of the way. So it says you can work a total of no more than 10 hours. Okay, so no more than 10 hours. That means we can work up to 10, but no more. That's going to be less than or equal to 10 hours each week at your 2 jobs. House cleaning, X, pays $5 an hour, and your sales job, Y, pays $8 an hour. You need to earn at least $56. So if it says at least 56, That means we can earn more than 56 or equal to 56, but it's got to be at least 56, which is going to be greater than or equal to pay your bills. The graph represents the possible combinations of hours you can work at each job in a single week. So let's write our inequalities. So first we know that we can work no more than 10 hours. So that's going to be x plus y less than or equal to 10. And our second inequality, we know that we can make $5 an hour house cleaning, that's 5x, and $8 an hour with our sales job, and that's going to be greater than or equal to 56. Okay, it says convert to slope-intercept form, which means we are solving for y. So if we have x plus y less than or equal to 10, to solve for y, we're going to subtract x. So we are going to have y is less than or equal to negative x plus 10, because we subtracted x. All right, then we have 5x plus 8y is greater than or equal to 56. So to solve for y, first we need to subtract 5x. And we still need y by itself, so we're going to divide by 8. So negative 5 divided by 8 is going to stay as a fraction, negative 5 over 8x. And 56 divided by 8 gives us 7. So the question says, do your inequalities match the graph? Well, let's find out. We know that this is our slope. That this is our y-intercept and our x value is our slope. So we should have a y-intercept of 10, which we do, and a slope of negative 1. So notice we go down 1 over 1, down 1 over 1. So that was correct. And then we need to have a y-intercept of 7, which we do, and a slope of negative 5 over 8. So we need to go down 5 and over 8 to our next point. So notice our next point is right here. So let's see if that's right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that is our slope of negative 5 over 8. So yes, that is correct. What combination is shown at the point of intersection? All right, well, we're intersecting right here, which is going to be 2 hours of our sales job and 8 hours cleaning. So that ordered pair is going to be 8, 2. And we know that that means 8 hours cleaning and 2 hours at your sales job. All right, the last part says, could you pay your bills if you only cleaned houses for a week? All right, so that means we can work 10 hours cleaning. So I'm going to write what that means, meaning 0 hours at sales job, which would be y equals 0. Okay, we know that our sales job is our y value, and then that would be x equals 10. Okay, so we can take our inequalities, the one where we're talking about how much we get paid, and see if we make enough money to just work 10 hours at house cleaning. So let's see. So we have 5 times x, which we said was 10, plus 8 times 0, because we don't work any hours at our sales job in this question. And is that going to be at least $56? Well, 5 times 10 gives us 50. 8 times 0 gives us 0. So 50 is not greater than or equal to 56. So the answer would be no. This is our proof. And you can also see this ordered pair. So at 10 hours of house cleaning and 0 hours of sales, we're right here, which is not in the shaded region. So anything within this shaded region would work. But if it is outside of the shaded region, we're not going to be making enough money. All right, so we've got one more example. This is example 3. It says a radio station is giving away tickets to a concert. All right, they plan to give away tickets for seats that cost $10 and $20, and they want to give away at least 20 tickets. So at least 20 tickets means that they can give away more than 20, but they want to give away at least 20. So that's going to be greater than or equal to. The total cost of all tickets they give away can be no more than $280. So no more than means that we're going to be less than or equal to. We can go as far to 280, but we can't go over. So let's start by defining our two variables. So we know that we're looking at $10 seats and $20 seats. So that's what we're going to make our variables. All right, so this is write a system of inequalities for both and solve for y. Okay, so let's start with the amount of tickets first. We know that they're planning to give away tickets for seats that are $10 and $20, so x and y. So we're going to have x plus y is greater than or equal to 20. Right, then our total, we know that we've got $10 and $20, so that's going to be 10x plus 20y, and it's going to be less than or equal to 280. And then we solve for y. So first thing we need to do on this side is just move x to the other side by subtracting. So y is greater than or equal to negative x plus 20. All right, and then we have 10x plus 20y. So to get y by itself, we're going to start by subtracting 10x. And then we need to divide by 20 as well. So negative 10 divided by 20 is going to give us negative 1/2. And 280 divided by 20 gives us positive 14. All right, so C says which graph represents the solutions. Well, if you look closely, all of these lines are the same. So we don't need to figure out our graph by looking at the exact lines and the slope and the y-intercept. We need to figure it out by the shading. So if we have greater than or equal to, that's a solid line, which all of these are solid, so that won't help us. But we're greater than, so we shade up. Okay, and then for the second one, once again, a solid line, but it is less than, so we shade down. All right, so our first line has the y-intercept of 20, that's our red line, and we know that we need to shade up. So we would shade above line 20, whatever that line is, the red line. Okay, so notice we're not shaded above A or B, but let's just keep going. I'm going to switch the color so that we can see which region is correct. And then for the second line, we need to shade down. So for the blue line, we're going to shade down. So the correct answer would be the one where the lines are shaded in the same region that they both cover. So if we're shading below and above, we should be shaded in this region, which we're not here. We're not here. We are on C, and we're not shaded here. So that means C is the correct answer. All right, let me clean this off a little bit. So it says, what does that point of intersection represent? So notice we have a point of intersection right here at 12.8. All right, and we said that X was $10 seats, which means our X-axis is $10 seats, and our Y-axis is $20 seats. So we need to get 12 $10 seats and 8 $20 seats. All right, I hope this helped, and if you guys have any questions, always reach out to your algebra teachers. Go ahead and start working on your practice.